Hey, I know it's hard to get excited about salad, but I promise the summer stone fruit salad is gonna be something that you're gonna be making all summer long. It has cherries, apricots, peaches, pecans, goat cheese, fresh herbs, and it's all dressed in a honey balsamic vinaigrette. Let's get cooking.
Here's what you'll need for this recipe. The first thing we're going to do is roast the nuts. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees and roast your nuts for about 5 minutes. Once it starts to smell like toasted popcorn, that's when you know they're done. Next, slice your stone fruit. We'll start with the apricot. I like to cut along the natural line here and twist the fruit away from the pit and then cut into slices. Cherries are up next. These can be a little bit of a pain in the ass if you don't have a cherry pitter. I've also seen a wine bottle and a chopstick work if you don't have a cherry pitter. I did link a few cherry pitters in the description of this video if you're looking to add another tool in your kitchen. Once the pits have been removed from the cherries, slice the cherries in half. Next, we'll attempt to do the same thing to our peach that we did with our apricot. I tried to give you a slick slice and turn moment, but this peach is way too ripe, which is okay. That means our salad is going to be extra tasty. Just a little bit more effort for me to slice on camera. So, good news is I didn't slice my finger open. So if your peach is a little too ripe, try and cut around the pit into quarters and then slice around the pit and use the knife to peel the fruit away from the pit. There may be some fruit on the pit and that is okay. I call this a chef snack. Eating it alone in the pantry is optional. Once you're done with your little chef snack, cut the peach into slices. Next, chop your nuts. I'm using pecans, but you can use whatever nut you have in the pantry. Hazelnuts, pistachios, walnuts would also be good. Let's see how many times I can say nuts in this video. Here I have some fresh herbs. I grabbed these out of my garden, so please do not feel the need to run out to the store just for a few twigs to add to your salad. I do find that it adds a nice freshness to balance the sweet from the fruit, but it's totally optional. So here I chop the chives if I'm using, and then I carefully tore the basil. Now for the honey balsamic dressing, I'm putting all of the ingredients into a mason jar. Shocking, right? Believe it or not, mason jars have many purposes other than basic white girl DIY Pinterest weddings. I added the minced garlic to the jar or bowl, whatever you're using, then the honey, the Dijon, the pepper, the salt, the balsamic, and the olive oil. You can shake it up or whisk it until the dressing is well mixed. Full transparency, I ended up having to whisk this just because the honey I used was a raw version and it was a little difficult to blend by just shaking it up. So the dressing will be nice and thick for our salad. To assemble the salad, add the mixed greens to a large bowl. Then add the apricots, the cherries, the peaches, and the nuts to the top of the salad. Once that's all added, add your fresh herbs if you decided to use, and the deliciously creamy, tangy goat cheese. And I like to crumble this with a fork over the top. That way it's a little bit more easy to handle because it is very creamy. Finally, I like to dress the salad by drizzling the dressing around the bowl versus over the top of the greens, especially if I know that I'm going to serve this a little bit later. That way the greens don't get soggy and oversaturated with the dressing. there you have it, a delicious stone fruit summer salad and a honey balsamic vinaigrette. This salad would go perfect paired with a grilled steak or grilled chicken, fish, and of course, a chilled white wine or rosé. Thanks for watching. If you found this recipe helpful, I'd love it if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. I put out great new recipes like this one every week on What's the Frickin' Recipe?